Welcome back. If you are just joining us, this is Daily Politics on Trust TV. Do well to follow the conversation across our social platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and watch us live on YouTube. We now have Gara-Gombe in the studio to discuss recent developments in the Northeast, including oil discovery and other issues. Welcome.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Yes. Barely 2 months as special advisor to the governor of Gombe State. And before this, you held similar portfolio of sorts in Kano. How is the transition in brief?
Well, I found myself working with Engineer Rabi Musa Konkoso and also working with Governor Inuwa here now, all as special advisors, using different portfolios. In Kano, I was advisor on sports.
Yeah, and this is the area that you are really famous.
Yes, but I mean, it depends on, there's no job I cannot do. I can only not be an accountant, I can be a doctor or engineer. But any other thing outside that, I will do my best.
Okay.
And also, the two of them, one happens to be an engineer trained to spend money, while one happens to be an accountant trained to keep money and manage it. So, of course, you are going to have differences. But honestly, it's, I learned a lot under Engineer Rabi Musa Konkoso, and also I'm learning also under Governor Inuwa here. And people thought that it's just now that I'm meeting him. Inuwa is a brother. Okay. And 2011, I was part of him. In fact, I was one of those who drafted his manifesto in 2011. Unfortunately, we couldn't work together. I decided to stay on my own, but now he found me worthy to bring me. And I'm sure I have taken his brief, and I will do my best to make sure.
You are talking on information management and strategy ahead of campaigns, ahead of transition. What is your expectation?
Yes, the expectations actually from me by my principal is that to completely redesign the information management infrastructure, architecture actually in the state, and also around him and around his government to propagate his good deeds. He's doing so much, but less is being heard about it. Not that those who are there are not doing their job, but actually we need to improve it. And that's why we are coming up with a lot of innovation, even though we are slow, but we are going to get there to make sure that what the good deeds or the good work he has been doing get propagated and spread all over the country, and not only in Gombe State, but the world at large.
Yes, politics in Gombe, to greater extent, is seen as semblance, even though not in terms of magnitude, with Kano. Now, how are you finding it? Because there are big challenges also, and we are approaching election. You have the NNPP's Hamisu Melentarki, right? You have PDP's Babel Jibril, NRM, Abubakar Sanusi Suleiman, SDP, Kelmi Jacobs. So what is it?
As far as I'm concerned, there's no contention in Gombe.
Sure?
No, there's no contention. This one, NNPP candidate, Melentarki, yes. I will advise him to go ahead and continue to sell his players. He's a players exporter, so let him continue to export players. For PDP, Gombe Government House is not for kindergarten, neither is it for amateur politicians. The other one, I don't know much about him, but as far as I'm concerned, on the account of what Governor has achieved in Gombe State, there's no contest. I think they're just wasting their time.
But you see, they said NNPP, for instance, is actually making an inroad in states in Northwest and parts of Northeast. So are you not threatened?
Which part of Northeast? Yes,
Gombe, for instance.
Northwest because of Konkoso, yes, of course. But not Northeast. There's nobody. Even the chairman is from Gombe. Which can the chairman of NPP, Professor Alkali, deliver his word? Can Melentarki deliver his word?
He was here. We hosted him, and he said...
I wish you hosted him with me.
No, we will invite the two of you.
Yes.
We will invite the two of you. But yes. When he came, he said he believes that they have what it takes to take over from your principal.
Of course, politicians, sometimes they can come and say anything. But the electorates have the final say. So anybody can come here on stage and tell you all sorts of things. But we are talking about in practical terms. Let him go to Gombe. Let him show us how he's going to defeat Inuaihaya.
But you see, the locals, people want money to trickle down to their pockets. And you said your principal is an accountant, meaning they are meant to manage money.
Of course, we have been hearing that. They say he doesn't spread money. How do you expect an accountant to behave? The job he is doing is enough to show that people should make a choice.
Like what?
Do you want to spread the money? You want to spend money to put money into individuals' pockets and not to work, or you want to work and not to put money into people's pockets? And at the same time,
in what sense? You know, in Ekiti, we had a governor who said, okay, he was there for stomach infrastructure. Your governor is there for what?
That is another word for corruption. Any governor that is telling you he's there for stomach infrastructure, he's there to steal money. It's very practical. Governor Inuaihaya has reduced recurrent expenditure into capital, raised capital expenditure.
Like
that is what we are saying. In terms of infrastructure, first and foremost, there is no governor in Nigeria that has renovated the entire primary healthcare centers in his state like he did. Inuaihaya did in Gombe.
You mean up to what level?
In terms of, yes, into what level? There's no, and now he has recruited about 400 health workers who are going to be deployed to man these health centers. In education now, we are coming up with an innovation about the mega schools. These mega schools are going to be a model that not only in Nigeria, the entire West Africa can copy from that concept of mega schools.
So if I understand, you believe that he will not be defeated?
Who is going to defeat him? Give me the name.
Just last week when Atiku went to Gombe, former governor Dankombo was there, you know, and it's like
which Dankombo? Dankombo that can, after 8 years as governor, he cannot win his own ward for a local government to get elected into the Senate. Is that the person you are talking about?
Maybe
when I went to Gombe, what was the size of the people in the stadium? Rather they came, they were regretting even to take a stadium. They preferred they could have taken a small football field in Gombe because there was virtually nobody. And all the main characters, what I mean, the main hench people who could have given even us a threat in Gombe PDP were partially absent.
But Atiku will definitely give a big fight to get Gombe because it is
we're talking about governorship.
Yeah.
I am not talking about presidency. We're talking about governorship. You said Gombe.
But if he didn't get the governor, how can he? Of course, the presidential election will. But you know, there is this ripple effect. If he wins the presidency in Gombe, what will stop him from getting the governor?
There are two characters here, Atiku and Dambarde. Who is Dambarde? Atiku is known, we respect him. He's an elder, but we also have our own candidates. So the issue is that the person you are talking about, who is representing PDP in Gombe, who is he? This is somebody who is incurably ambitious, verbally acidic, and mentally disrespectful. How can such a person lead people? What we are looking for is Gombe Government House is not for amateur politicians. It's for critical thinkers, highly matured-minded people like Inuaihaya. So there is no way you bring anybody and think he can just have it easy it's not a bread and butter politics to get to government house.
Recently, the president was at the Kolmani oil field where he actually inaugurated, paving the way for oil drilling. And how do you receive that as a person?
We thank the president for at least bringing that idea of oil drilling in the Northeast back. When General Sani Abacha started it, it was suspended. Obasanjo came and suspended it for whatever reasons, and our leaders kept short. Now, President Buhari brought it. Unfortunately, as at the time President Buhari was bringing back the project, the group managing director, Lekt Makantibar, who happens to be from Bauchi. And because of what we understand and what we had, because of his own ambition, they decided to play politics and tilt almost everything into Bauchi. Where this oil was discovered has nothing to do with Bauchi State. from
How do you mean?
Yes, from where the oil well is.
So
It's a place, I'm coming. The oil well is in a place called Kaltanga Mamuda.
Okay.
Kaltanga Mamuda in Thai district, Pindige Emirate, Ako local government area of Gombe State. Between Kaltanga Mamuda, where the oil is, the Kolmani is a river. Okay. That's why they took it and named it Kolmani. It's supposed to be in Kaltanga Mamuda. The ward head of Kaltanga Mamuda is the owner of the berry farm where this oil well is. Between that place and Alkaleri is about 2.5 kilometers.
2.5.
2.5 kilometers. So how?
What about the other side?
How does
this is quite close?
No, it's 2.5 kilometers towards Bauchi. Kaltanga Kolmani 1, Kolmani 2, Kolmani 1 oil well, Kolmani 2 oil well, Kolmani 3 oil well, Kolmani 4 oil well, and Kolmani 5 oil well. All the 4, 2 to 5 are in Gombe State. It was only Kolmani 1 that is
which was inaugurated last?
No, Kolmani 2 is one that was inaugurated. And because of his hypocrisy of certain institutions, of government institutions like National Boundary Commission and even NMPC, they try to follow the trend and tilt it towards Bauchi. If you go there, the district...
They didn't, nobody tilted it towards Bauchi.
No, they did. They are calling Bauchi. Bauchi has no business with it. Has no business with this, for goodness sake, for crying out loud. Let us be frank, let us be serious.
So are you saying that the oil well belongs to Gombe State?
Even if you ask INEC alone, if you ask INEC alone, they will tell you, we have polling stations in Kaltanga, Mamuda, and the Kolmani. Where do they belong? Those polling units, are they in Bauchi or in the Alkaleri local government?
Are you saying now the oil well is in Gombe State?
Of course in Gombe State. There's no need to start calling Bauchi. I told you, I gave you the historical antecedent. Let me give you 2 other instances.
Okay.
One of the officials, senior officials, very senior officials of National Boundary Commission, Dr. Bose Ahmed, who happens to be from Gombe, from the same Pindiga. In 1985, he was writing his thesis in BUK for his master's in history. He covered the history of Galadima Emirate in Gombe from 1825 BC to 1984. Under the Galadima, he clearly stated that Kaltanga and Thai district, Kaltanga ward and Thai district are under the Galadima. Alkaleri and Bauchi has nothing to do with Galadima Emirate. Galadima Emirate is in Gombe State.
But what geologists are saying, Gara-Gombe, what geologists are saying is that on the surface, even where the president inaugurated is actually part of Alkaleri.
How can it be part of Alkaleri? I'm just telling you, the district head is alive. If you go there now with every search engine, with any geographical apparatus, to Google there, the location you stand there is going to give you Gombe State, is going to give you Kaltanga Mamuda, is going to give you Thai district, is going to give you Pindiga Emirate, is going to give you Ako local government in Gombe State. So I'm just telling you simply because the former GMD, the late GMD is from Bauchi. That's why they try to play politics. And NMPC follow them. And we are not going to accept this injustice. Let me even tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you this. The documents, I'm coming. The compensation they paid for the land where this Kolmani 1 was dug, we have a document.
Kolmani 1 or 2?
Kolmani 2.
Yeah, okay.
Kolmani 2. They said they are taking the land from the farmer, who is the district head of, the ward head of Kaltanga Mamuda, to construct access road for public interest. That was what they wrote. And do you know how much they paid him as compensation? 117,000. And now they dug oil well that is worth $3 million.
No, is it 110 million or how much?
117,000.
117,000 naira?
Yes, naira.
This was how many years back?
And it was in 2017.
So if I understand, there are so many issues to be trashed before.
That's what we are saying. If we want, people are saying we should be peaceful. There's no need to fight between Bauchi and Gombe. But if you want peace, you have to be just. I can now see why this agitation in Niger Delta, why the Niger Deltans are agitating for every single decision that's been taken. Simply because of this kind of injustice, we have seen the justification of what they are doing. You cannot come to Kolmani and tell us you cannot come to Kolmani. NMPC are the worst of it. You cannot come to Kolmani and tell us it's Bauchi State.
They didn't say it's Bauchi. I think they say it's a border between Bauchi
There is no
and
border.
Gombe.
Depend that border. Let the National Boundary Commission
Even Dr.
come and tell us
Dr. Ali Tulde also traced the history.
No, yes, that's what I'm saying. We have a history, and we have the facts on the ground. I said even INEC to come as a witness to tell us, do they have polling units in that
But you know,
area?
you have different parameters if you are talking about population, if you are talking about border, if you are talking about mineral resources.
Let me tell you one thing, Hamza. From that place to Alkari is 750-something kilometers. NMPC went and constructed a road. Why did they construct a road from Pindiga to that place? There's just 20 kilometers. Soft land, straight. They would not even construct a single bridge.
Maybe Alkali is closer to the mirror. And you know, there is
nothing closer. Pindiga is more closer. Soft land if they really want to do it. Do you know even this? They went and built one hospital. They say it's corporate social responsibility. They left it open. Even a needle, they did not take. So
I want to understand now. Are you on the same page with people of Gombe State and the governor on this matter?
The governor, the governor is a just person, and he is ready. He has sworn to an oath to be fair to all manner of people of Gombe State, and this is a test case. He has made it clear before the president and before everybody. That place is in Gombe State. That place is in Gombe State. I have read so many stories from Bauchi. Even the governor of Bauchi State was talking about establishing an oil and gas academy already in Alkaleri. Can you imagine? And NMPC are the ones supporting them. And I want to tell NMPC to be very careful with this and be just to the people of Gombe State. We want an independent jury to determine this issue.
This conversation definitely will continue.
Our governor is a very respectful person. He respects the president. That is why you see he is choosing his words. But the community has a say. They will tell you that oil is an exclusive list of the federal government. Yes, but the community has a right. The law determines that before you dig 1 inch in my community, you get my consent. Till today, nobody has a copy of any letter from that area, from any emirate to show or from the district that there is community consent before they start digging that oil.
We are at the preliminary stages, and if care is not taken, maybe by the time the real drilling will commence, your children will not even be ready to actually take active,
we are not saying
position of authority in that area. What are you doing to actually train your children to be part and parcel of this project?
We are not saying this we are saying this not for ourselves.
Okay.
It's for the future. Maybe me, I and you, or even the governor, may not be either alive or strong enough to benefit from this.
Well, but we have to
set the records straight. We must set the records straight. Everybody must come clean to equity. Let's sit on the table. Let all the institutions that are responsible to determine this come and tell us where this is, because we need an independent jury. It cannot come as you start telling me I marry a wife, then somebody will come and say you want to share my wife with me. It's not possible. That particular place.
So in summary, just mention 3 things that you want the government to do going forward. In summary, in 30 seconds, please.
The National Boundary Commission must come and determine where the boundary is.
Okay.
Because there are 3 places that makes it difficult for you to determine a boundary.
Yeah, okay, the second one now.
No, wait, snow, ocean, and desert.
Okay.
In this case, it doesn't belong to any of these 3. This is a land,
so they should go and
boundary is coming to determine that boundary. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, NMPC must stop saying
it's border between Gombe
and Bauchi until that is determined. In fact, not even the media, that some of them that had compromised and they have been saying Gombe and Bauchi, it is purely a Gombe thing. NMPC should construct also a road, just like they did on the other side, to construct from Pindiga to that place because it's shorter and 20 kilometers.
And finally,
then also NMPC should come and review the compensation they paid. You cannot tell me fraudulently that you want to take my land for access road, only for you to come and find oil that is worth $3 million, and you are giving me 117,000. There is even one owner of the land that was given 47,000 because the consultant of NMPC, who is based in Kaduna, that is a real estate surveyor, is the one who did all this, and that is not acceptable to our people.
Thank you very much, Shaibu Gara-Gombe, Special Advisor on Information Management and Strategy to Governor Yahaya. This issue is very topical. We'll definitely invite you or somebody from Gombe and Bauchi to continue the conversation. Thank you for coming.
Exactly.
Well, viewers, that's a wrap on today's program. Thank you very much for watching, and do join us again. I am Hamza Idris. Bye-bye.